Bruce, what do you think about Wendell? Their last 217, I think, get 11 of his 17 points.
Yeah. Wendell gets bounced around a lot, and really wasn't until the very end that he got to the free throw line. We had a crazy lineup out there late. I mean, we had Lior at the 3, and Al at the 4, and Janai at the 5 because Jaylin had fouled out, and did not take care of the ball as well as we should have, right? But with Al at the 4, I called timeout because I wanted to get Al and Wendell up at the top of the floor somehow, and Al did a great job of just kind of driving the gap, gave Wendell a circle back, and Wendell hits a big 3 to set it from whatever 6 to 9, or something like that. It was a big shot, and it was the look we wanted. And then come down the other end, and Wendell makes a great defensive play, and all of a sudden now the game's ours. So making plays on both ends of the floor, it's what you got to do to win.
Hi.
Coach, it's not going to show up in the stat sheet, but can you talk about the minutes that you got from Lior tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Lior was solid defensively. He got pressured in the first half, and they thought they were going to kind of take advantage of him a little bit, and he spun off and pulled up and made a shot. Late in the second half, late in the shot clock, he was able to get off a 3-ball, which was hard because it was late in the clock. He pinches it off, but the fact that he got it off and didn't turn over, Dylan Caldwell then got that offensive rebound. It was a big play by Lior. And obviously, he's out there at the end of the game, so it shows you what my confidence level is in him. And we did miss Chris Moore, clearly miss Chris. We got beat on the boards. We missed his physicality. I thought Jaylin Williams, one of the best games I've ever seen him play. Everyone will point to the 5 threes, but it was as hard and as physical as I've ever seen him play. I mean, the kid Cameron Matthews, he's one of the biggest, strongest athletes in college basketball, and he's just a monster man. And Jaylin did everything he possibly could physically to keep him at bay and keep him off the glass. And Jalen, if you want to give anybody credit for winning this game, then I give it to Jaylin Williams.
Bird.
Bruce, season high 11 threes for y'all. They go 0 of 18 from deep. Just what it's like for this team to have a game where they win by hitting three-pointers.
Yeah. Mississippi State is so big, so long, so athletic. The closer you get to the basket against them, the better you don't look. So we had talked a lot about just trying to get some open shots and taking those open shots and not, so that was it. I thought, so it was really good.
Coach,
And as far as Mississippi State, they've struggled a little bit from 3. They got some decent looks. They just, that was tough. And they'll get to the foul line, 28 times tonight in the second half. And we had the lead the whole time. We weren't, obviously trying to foul them.
Coach, you mentioned the fouls. There are 41 combined free throw attempts for you and Mississippi State in the second half. Talk about how the pacing kind of took y'all out of the game there late.
Yeah, I've never been in a game where there weren't any free throws taken in the first half, and in the second half there's, like you said, 41 was just different. So we got to do a better job of defending without fouling, and do a better job of ourselves being able to get to the foul line.
Tom.
Bruce, twice now in the last week, Wendell has kind of just pushed you guys over the finish line in those last minutes. What is it about him that's kind of just made him so effective as a closer?
Well, I mean, he obviously the experience. He's got a swag and a confidence, and he's able to make plays. He's not afraid of the moment. He's fearless, and he's a really smart player. We've got you can see the importance of obviously our bench, and we've got to, you know, our bench, from a standpoint of, you know, being more productive with the time that they're out there on the floor, and I know they're all capable of it.
Rich?
Can you speak to what it was like having the student section back in full force after the break?
Well, it was great. It was great to have the jungle alive and well, and it all obviously elevated our play.
Anyone else? Carrie?
Coach, just talking about the fact that it seems like, you know, you're seeing different guys have their moment in these games. How dangerous can this team be when the guys kind of take it full game, the full roster?
Yeah, you know, I think that what I talked to the guys about now, and we got to go on the road, play 2 games on the road now, and I just complimented them on the position they put themselves in. They put themselves in a great position at 14-3. Can we take advantage of it by continuing to have guys step up and improve? Janai Broom has been our most consistent player. He's been unbelievably consistent. Tonight didn't have a big night tonight, and yet we're still able to win. It's just this team should feel really good about that.